Hi everyone, welcome to All Four Queens. I'm a little bit slanted at the minute because I can't find the weight for my stand, so please bear with me. I just wanted to do a quick one on broken contracts, and the reason why I want to do that is because this journey is bizarre, and welcome to All Four Queens 555. It's a spiritual channel and I talk around all the things that happen as part of spiritual, but mainly the warfare that I'm going through. So I'm trying to give it in real time so that people can sort of relate to it however they're going through theirs. However, I want to talk about broken contracts because you know, people do use divination and they use the dark arts and they pay people to do things and things like that, and obviously I've been attacked quite a lot. One of the TJ Blake said that the wheat and the weeds, as soon as something's happening good for you, people will want to attack you to sort of take it. Now we know on this journey that people steal destinies and steal wealth and all that sort of stuff. I don't think it's destiny swapping, and I've said it before, I actually think people just steal the money. They see the good bit in your chart and that's all they want. But the challenge there is it's the ancestors' fruits of their labour, and there's twofold to that. One, you're denying the rightful owner of that trust fund and inheritance, which is supposed to be for the greater good of all. But two, you're not doing what that passed over ancestor has requested, and therefore that leaves them in a dilemma, because just because you've got no vessel does not mean your spirit isn't still alive. So you're putting them in a dilemma and you're giving them, they're not crossing over because they're still angry at the fact that they didn't get what they asked for in terms of their passing. So there's that as well. So broken contract, I want to talk about that because I've been through some horrific abuse, and I think you've seen it as recorded. Now previously it was all hidden in the spiritual realm, no one could see it, but it was all going on, and obviously people use a lot of dark witchcraft because you can't see it, and therefore people don't know it's happening, but we do see it and we know it's happening because you can sometimes feel it. And as for me at the moment, a lot of voodoo, a lot of pins being attacking me. I've had the phone app as well, which obviously was some sort of medical thing, and I get the impression that I was putting some gregarious programs that I never signed up for. So just to abuse basically. And why? Because I say broken contract is I was supposed to be in a contract but somebody else wanted it, so they stole it, for one for a better word, switcheroo, and they ended up in the contract and I ended up outside in isolation. Now obviously the spiritual realm will give people give opportunity to rectify what's been done. Now I'm not blaming anyone because people have been under so much domination spells and love spells and all sorts of spells that to keep people suppressed, and we know that happens. And obviously manipulation, the tongue, people say a lot of lies, smear campaign, all that sort of stuff to create who somebody is, but they're not. But from my point of view, I was hidden. So I was put away, hidden. So when the opportunity comes again, people made choices, and this is soulmates, i.e. male and female, because everyone was tempted and tested. People made choices, and some of the choices they made was to jump on the camp of abuse of me, to keep me suppressed. And obviously you saw what happened in my house, blah, blah, blah. So the cycle closed because people made choices, and obviously the masculine made a choice to go with past life karma, which was karmic. So the cycle closed. So now, the reason why I say broken contract is because now I am being attacked and abused for my own destiny. Because I woke up because of all the attacks, and obviously I needed the spiritual realm support because I didn't get any on the physical. I don't believe everybody's not righteous. I do believe there are some good people out there, but I didn't get any support on the physical with all the crimes that I reported. So now I'm being attacked for my own destiny and my own wealth, which was the fruits of my ancestors' labour, remember. The horrific abuse that I've had to go through my whole life. They're blocking now me making any money, so they're trying to create a narrative that I'm at the bottom of the karmic wheel when actually I was at the top of the karmic wheel. But everything they're doing is to try and create a narrative using the matrix, because karma only comes from energy. So the energy you put out is actually the karma that you get. I haven't got any bad karma because I've done things the right way. So my home, my car, everything was a blessing because obviously I worked for it. So what they're trying to do is push me to the bottom of the wheel, steal my money out of my bank account, try and make me not have anything. And so obviously they're using the network now to try and block me getting work and things like that, my coaching, my career obviously in procurement and the no legal. So everything they're trying to do, they're trying to use a whole network to sort of squeeze me and block me. So obviously I'm here as well because you've seen what they did to the cars and stuff. So they use obviously an international gang to do it as well, and you know, I think that's quite clear. But I'm free to go. The choice was made, the cycle closed, and that was the broken contract. So for me, I'm free to go. There's just some people that are trying to hold on to my energy because my energy was their source, but it was my energy and I never signed up to any demonic contract. So I've rescinded all those and asked them to be broken and removed because they're not mine. But I don't think anyone should be abused for their own destiny and their wealth and their ancestors' wealth. Now, the reason why I say it, you can see that they do so much spell work. If you look at the very beginning of my channel, my hair was beautiful and very full. It's starting to get very thin now. I'm sure medically they'd try and say something, but actually it's not. It's because of all the negative energy that constantly being attacked with, and obviously my body as well with all the voodoo and stuff like that, because they're trying to create a narrative. But yeah, so broken contract, people made a choice and that was their choice. So now they removed me and now everyone's getting their karma of the energy that they put out in the past, because by removing me, I was good karma, I was spiritual protection, but we don't come with a badge, and I was the Ten of Pentacles and the Ace of Pentacles, but someone was stealing it by constantly putting me at the bottom of the wheel and abusing me, keeping me locked away so that they could get the benefits of the fruits of my ancestors' labour. So now I'm being attacked for my own destiny and my own purpose. And so I say on here, praise be to God, I'm so thankful that the spiritual realm woke me up, and I'm so thankful that they are now fighting my battle, because what I've said before is this isn't my battle. I'm not fighting a load of invisible people who just want to mess with witchcraft. It's not my fight, never was, and it never will be, because someone chose to close the cycle out by making a choice that they were entitled to make, free will. But no one can attack me for my destiny and for my ancestral wealth. So I think that someone's got it a bit mixed up somewhere. They're entitled to the decision and they're entitled to who they want to be with, that's not a problem. But what they're not entitled to is the spiritual wealth that comes with it. And they don't get the spiritual protection, which is me. And there's none of this energy swapping, because it's just my energy, and it's my energy and my ancestors' energy, and they'll know who is their bloodline and who isn't. So now people are having to face their karma that they should have done in their own lineage and be on their own lineage, and people don't like it. But unfortunately, that's the world we're in, and people shouldn't have been stealing other people's lives anyway, and certainly shouldn't be trading it as though you can pay for it. So now everyone is faced with all the karma that they've put out because of the choices that they made. But as far as I'm concerned, the broken contract, someone made a choice, contract's over. So all these attacks are pointless, because you're not attacking me, you're attacking the very spiritual realm, my ancestors, who want what they want, and that's not your decision, that's theirs. And we've all got an Akashic record, and we've all got our karma and our ancestral karma, and I think no one has ever looked at their own ancestral karma because they've been too busy stealing and living on somebody else's good karma. And now everyone's faced with their own ancestral karma. And I know it sounds really complicated, but think about it in a way of what you put out is what you get back. You reap what you sow. So if you're going to put good stuff out, you're going to get good dharma. If you're going to put negative stuff out, you're going to get karma. But we all have an ancestor, and that ancestor probably left some karma that needed to be cleared. I.e., Deuteronomy says, generations upon generations will suffer the curse. So therefore, those people should have been looking at their own karma to clear it, to make room for dharma, which their generations after them would have been benefited from. But they didn't. They just wanted to live a fancy lifestyle and use everybody else's good karma and wealth to do it. And now everyone's suffering, and I'm being attacked for my own destiny and my own purpose. It doesn't make sense. I didn't make the choice to close the cycle. They did. And I didn't sell my own destiny, and I certainly didn't steal my own trust fund and my own inheritance. And I didn't do any of the things that they've used my identity for, because I was hidden, burning karma in the background while everyone else was attacking me and abusing me to keep me low so that they could get the fruits of my ancestors' labour, and my ancestors have said no. So I just want to put that out there because it's broken contract and they don't have control over anything. It's all controlled by the spiritual realm. So even though they force me here, it's not really, I'm in isolation and I'm being protected. Yes, they want to play with the voodoo, but that's just karma that they're creating again for themselves and for their bloodline. So for me, stop doing it, because you're just creating more karma for yourself and for your bloodline. So broken contracts. Hope that helps somebody. Hope it makes sense, and I hope people understand the karma. Good karma, bad karma, reap what we sow. Galatians 6:7. See you in the next one. Bye.